Yeah, the DM for streaming is for streaming.
It just says DM Forster for me, so I thought it was like
Guys,
DM.
that's Strahd.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's a
That's
new
what-
organization. DMs for Strahd.
Is that the name of the meta pigeon that's following us around?
Slide into my DM. All right, so we're waiting on Elwin.
Yeah, sorry. I'll...
Yeah, he was doing something.
We're all going into Fantasy Grounds already, or
Yes.
Yep.
then I'll be joining. Sorry. I was trying to edit something.
Dexterity saving throw.
What camera you got, Coins?
It's a Logi something something.
Yeah, you are scary.
920C or 922 something.
Send me the
I
link.
think it was the 922 because the 920 is the older version.
Oh yeah.
You had like the newer version of that streamer webcam, right?
Yeah, and I like it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Good times. Good times. Mouse, you want to come on my lap?
For 1 second, I thought your friend Mouse was there.
Well, he usually is in spirit.
How is he, by the way? He had like this
I
weird.
haven't
You had this weird
told-
story about him.
I haven't talked to him in ages, and like for the last few days, I was thinking like I should call him, or at least talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it goes.
The
You know
cat
how
was
it
named
goes.
after him, after all.
Yeah, but like when he said Mouse, come on my lap, I was like, what? Like there were multiple parts to that story that I didn't get right at that moment.
I wouldn't feel it is strange, actually. They're quite close.
Well, yeah, I've been there a couple of times.
Zucket, you are in Castle Ravenlofts. You said to Sir Klutz that you wanted a short rest or long rest.
No long
Sir Klutz cannot remember.
In a minute ago.
Well, if you look at his avatar, he's like holding his head a bit. He's not doing well.
I don't see it because I'm not on the map.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I was like, okay, I was looking at the top left, like, huh? Where is he then?
Yeah, I figured I'd take a long rest.
All right, so Sir Klutz took the first watch. Joe, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Don't worry about the music that's playing either.
It's like you are in a place that you don't know. You're in a crypt filled with horrors and apparently ghosts. Maybe some of them are friendly, maybe some of them aren't. This fact and the fact that you are separated from your party. You're all alone. Makes it that your resting is frightful. After a few hours, you wake up screaming as you have a dream that Strahd is piercing your neck with his pointy teeth. I hate to say it, but your long rest has been intruded or cancelled after 2 hours.
Is that long enough to get rid of my exhaustion? Because that is a bummer.
It is a bummer, and it's a bummer you will have for at least the foreseeable future.
Lame.
Yeah, fuck this game.
I guess.
Let's find a new server, Joe. Come on, this one's
this tomb in here. This is the one that said Siegfried, right?
I will give you the.
Well, that's. I think that's what it said in the description on the end of the last one before I decided to take a rest.
Yeah, I'll give you the flavor text. White marble steps descend into a tomb that has a vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead. A stillness, a calm amid the storm is felt here. In the center of the tomb, a white marble slab supports an intricate inlaid coffin. Chiseled into the slab is the name, Sergei von Zarovich. To the north, behind the coffin, are 3 alcoves. A beautiful carved statue stands in each alcove. A stunning young woman flanked by 2 angels looking as polished and new as the day each was placed there. An iron lever protrudes from the south wall, west of the tomb's entrance.
So, somewhere over here would be the iron lever.
An iron lever protrudes from the south wall. South is here, and it's the west, so it would be around here.
I'll go there and I'll pull the lever.
All right. You've tried this once before.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go well.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a strength check.
High hopes, mate.
Stay golden.
All right.
Well, you rolled a 17 and you dropped an 18, which makes it a dirty 20. As you pull the lever, behind you, you hear a loud sound. And as you look, you see that the tomb, Sergei's tomb, opens.
I walk up and look inside.
All right. Inside this tomb is a immaculate, perfectly preserved body. You can tell by a glance that it's deceased, but it's perfectly embalmed. And it's clothed in a bright, shiny golden armor.
Does he have a weapon with him?
He does not.
I just touch him, see if maybe moves.
As you take your hand to touch him, like you are hesitant for a second because it looks like he's sleeping. But you push through and you touch Sergei, and his body is cold. He has no response. You check his neck. There's no heartbeat. This man is dead.
And other than shiny armor, can I is it shiny armor that I could maybe take off him?
Well, you certainly can try, yeah, sure. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'll let it try.
Alright. You take his hands and pull them up a bit. You set Sergei in a upright and locked position. And the armor just slides off. I will put it in your inventory.
And not wanting to mess with him any further, I start walking down and tell Klutz to follow me.
Alright. Can anybody tell me what Klutz sounds like?
John Cleese. Like 100% John Cleese. That's what I imagine. Polly want a cracker.
Right, let's go. Where do you go?
Klutz. I gotta ask him first to see if maybe he knows a way out, because I've searched a lot of this area and haven't been able to find the way out.
Well, we came from the south. We looked to the... If we take the map, we look to the west. I think maybe we should look to the east.
I'll walk down this.
He points that way. No, it's that east.
Oh, that one. We'll go that way then.
It's stage east.
Right?
You two
Map
always
west.
get that mingled.
Map west.
Right? That's because I automatically just take the top of the page as north. I find myself doing it all the time.
Yeah, I was a bit mistaken there. Sorry. Zagat, you look and you see a door right there. What do you do?
No choice. I'm desperate to get out, so I'll walk up and open the door.
All right. You open the door and what you can see is a foggy corridor. Sir Klutz behind you says, "What's your step?" "I cannot see further into this corridor, but if the rest of this castle is any guide, every step can be dangerous."
Right then. You first.
Okay. And he runs past you.
I'll follow him as I'll follow him as close as I can.
All right. This tunnel is cut into the pillar stone of Ravenloft itself. Its surface is slick The ceiling is barely 6 foot high, so here and there you feel like you have to duck a bit. A lingering fog limits visibility to a few feet.
Pressing forward.
All right. Should I continue?
Yeah. Keep pushing forward.
All right. He keeps pushing forward. And as he floats over the floor, he moves forward. You follow, I imagine?
Yep.
Right. The second, you step 20 foot ahead. And the moment you are 15 foot, right around here, you hear an audible click. And the floor beneath you gives way. Sir Klutz turns around and says, "No, my liege!" As you move down a chute of polished black marble and slide into darkness.
And he's
Sorry?
I said Klutz isn't gonna be able to get to me, I don't think. From there anyways. This is a door in front of me, isn't it?
That's a door in front of you.
I open it.
Alright, give me just a little second. Because I will do some masking.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the whole thing.
Maybe. It will take a while. This is the part about fantasy grounds that I do not like.
Yeah, the masking and unmasking.
Yeah. There we go.
Hopefully, the Unity one though, it should be easier, right? Because it should
Yeah.
all mask and shit. So
Yeah,
there's
with
that.
the
Yeah,
units
it
one,
does.
it's just line of sight, which is
Yeah.
would be cool, right?
yeah. Right, Zucket, you step up to the door.
I just try to look and see if there's anything outside I can from the door.
What you see is a darkness. Do you have a light source?
I have a torch, I believe. Yeah, I still have my torch. So I'll pull out my torch and light it up.
All right. You light it up. And as you do, you see a familiar hallway. One that you have seen before. Water up until your knees. You see open doors that were once closed when you first got here. You are back in a cell.
I try to unlock the cell door or open it.
Do you have anything to unlock it?
It's frozen.
I think you left it dead in another room, didn't you?
Just got that.
See? I was listening.
I know, but I could try to bash it in. Why not?
Sure. Give me a strength check. You drops a nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
You kick it. You kick it and you kick it once more. You bash against the door. It doesn't budge. It doesn't give.
If I gave him my inspiration, would he get his nat 20 back?
No.
Okay. Sorry, Joe. I tried.
Let's see. How far was the fall that I made to get into the prison cell?
The fall was about, let's see, 50 feet?
Okay, here we go. I think this might work. We're gonna try it. I yell up to Klutz to see if he can hear me.
Roll a performance check.
What's that? Where's performance? Oh, right here.
I haven't clicked that one in a while, right, Joe?
2 nat 20s.
20s,
Two
right?
20s.
So you
What
rolled
the
3
fuck?
nat 20s in a row, basically. How's that cheat engine working on you?
Joe, I told you, you're only supposed to use it sparingly. You're gonna get us in trouble.
You hear the voice of Sir Klutz yelling down. My liege! My liege! I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
I tell him to enter the etherealness and come to the sound of my voice.
I've never done this before, but here goes.
I'm sure you can handle it.
And sure enough, behind you is Sir Klutz.
Yay!
My liege, I found you.
I'm glad you did. Is there anything that you can use to help me get through this door?
Well, I,
Sir Klutz like a skeleton? Or
He's a spectral guy.
I was going to say, it would have been funny if he said, let's use my head. And that give you his head.
Here's his image right there.
Sir Klutz. Tripalotsky. Tripalotsky. I could attack the door.
Yeah, maybe you try, because I'm exhausted still.
Well, here goes nothing. And he tries to attack the door. Misses on his first try. It's a wiry one. Oh, it's really wiry. And he just keeps on at it. Takes a while. But at last, he breaks through the door. There you go, my liege. Lead the way.
Follow me, man. Pretty sure it's done.
And as you're sloshing to knee-high water, the door in front of you is open, just the way you left it.
Then I walk through and tell Klutz to be right behind me.
I'm on your ass, sir.
I'll walk out. And this is still waist high, right?
It's about knee-high, yeah.
All right. Now, I can remember coming here.
Mm-hmm.
So I just follow, I lead on, hoping, or I do so in this area quietly. You know, I because I remember, like, I know where I'm going now, but this time I'm trying to do it just a little bit extra careful.
Mm-hmm. You try to jump upon the platform, and you try and the walls are slippery, but you find a foothold and you press on and jump on it. Sir Klutz is like, I don't know. Oh, ethereal plane.
Yeah.
There I am.
And then I walk behind the curtain. Oh, okay.
Alright, Klutz, he is following. And I'll give you the flavor text one more time.
Mm-hmm.
This 30-foot square room rising to a 20-foot tall flat ceiling. A stone brazier burns fiercely in the center of the room. It is tall, and its white flames produce no heat that you can feel. The rim of the brazier is carved with 7 cup-shaped indentations, spaced evenly around in circumference. Within each indentation is a spherical stone, twice the diameter of a human eyeball, and made of a colored crystal. No two stones are the same color. Overhead, a wooded framed hourglass as tall and wide as a dwarf hangs 10 feet above the brazier, suspended from the ceiling by thick iron chains. All the sand is stuck in the upper portion of the hourglass, seemingly unable to run down into the bottom. Written in glowing script on the base of the hourglass is a verse in common to 9 foot iron statues of knights, sword drawn, on horseback, stand in alcoves facing each other, and the brazier sits between them. What do you do?
I go up towards the brazier because I remember how it all works. And I remember Killian throwing in the red stone, I believe. I think it was the
You
red.
want to hear the verse?
Yeah.
Cast a stone into the fire. Violet leads to the mountain spire. Orange to the castle peak. Red, if lore is what you seek. Green to climb the wizard's stone. Indigo to the angel's broken home. Blue to ancient magic womb. Yellow to the master's tomb. Last time you did yellow. Which one do you throw in now? Or do you
I throw
in?
it. Yeah, I throw in the red one. And I have Sir Clet try to touch the brazier and see if it teleports him. But I want you to find my friends, bring them back to where the portal is, and then when they're ready to come over, you can use the plane to come to me and let me know so I can throw the stone in again.
Okay, but if I get teleported, I do not know where I went up. I am not familiar with this place.
My friends took this path. I have to at least try.
What are your friends' names?
There's Bax, Killian, Trish, and Seraphim. I haven't seen any of them. So if you could find at least one of them to let the rest know. So that way we can get them all back here.
All right.
Bjorn.
And he touches the flame and is gone.
I just pace back and forth.
All right. As you do, you see a few doors to the north. This one has a bit of fog rolling down the stairs and dissipating the moment it reaches the room. This one has stairs moving up, as does this one. You stay in the room?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. In that case, I will ask what Bax is doing.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
The last I remember, they two went to go and have their long rest in that room, and I decided to stay in this room and have a rest because I think it's tactically more sound to be by myself. I was social distancing.
So you guys are taking a rest. Is it a long rest or a short rest?
I believe Killian was speaking about having a long rest.
Yeah, Killian was talking about a long rest, fell asleep on the couch, and left me to stand guard near the fire or in the room where we were, which I started realizing before the end was a bad idea.
I stayed in a room. I stayed in this room, not to be in a room where anyone could just pop in at a moment's notice. Meh.
Oh yes, rub it in. I'm gonna sing very loudly now. All by yourself.
Yeah. Well, just before I went and had my long rest, DM, I used the level 2 spell slot and summoned Gary into the room, and I'm now using him. I'm using him to block one of the doorways.
That is fucking funny. A horse in the fucking
And-
prison cells now.
And to keep me company, why not?
Clop, 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 clop.
To keep you company on these lonely
Right.
nights.
And to block the door so no one can come in one of the doorways.
Come spoon with me,
Inspiration.
Gary.
Thank you. And he can also communicate with me telepathically, which meaning that if anyone does come in, he could like try and warn me. So he could actually stand guard for me. Oh yeah, baby. Cooking with gas.
All right. Well.
Can I have 4 inspiration? No, I used 1, didn't I?
Yeah, you have 3 now.
Yay!
I will place your good friend Gary on the map there.
Yep. And he's just going to stay there. I'm going to have a chat with him, ask him how he's doing, how he's been, how's life in the inferior plane, and tell him I'm going to have a rest.
Inferior plane? Wow.
Inferior plane. Inferior plane. I'm a
Inferior.
paladin.
Wow.
I'm a paladin, all right? Everything is inferior. And I'm going to ask him to keep watch for me while I have a rest and to alert me if anything happens.
All right. You're taking a rest, Bex.
Yes, sir.
Bjorn, you have first watch. Do you not?
Yep. Unfortunately, I do.
Roll me a perception check. If you're looking around, you are on edge. You have
Yeah,
no
my
idea what's going on. You're in a strange place. It's pretty scary. But you're certain that whatever happens, you got it. You got it.
You do realize that Bjorn is a coward at heart, right? Sometimes brave, but most of the time just a coward, trying to avoid any conflict by any means possible.
Well, in that case, you look around and you look at the fire. As you're looking at the fire, it almost seems like the flames are not diminishing as you would rightfully assume from a fire, but increasing. The heat is getting almost uncomfortably warm, and then it gets uncomfortably warm. And from the fire leaps out a giant flaming horse.
Oh joy.
Roll for initiative.
That is some response there, isn't it?
Oh, shit.
You hate me, don't you?
This is not me, dude.
Yeah.
Bax,
Hello.
you have no idea what's happening at the moment.
No, sir. You don't want me to roll initiative, do you?
Not at the moment, but Bjorn,
Okay.
you see this giant fiery steed.
And it's not Gary.
It's not Gary this time. Standing in front of the fire, what do you do?
Let's see if I can still use that one. Unfortunately, no. Damn it. I tried talking to it, see if my calming, soothing voice helps.
Alright. What do you prepare?
I go, hello, beautiful, magnificent being that you are. That's quite amazing how you leapt out of the fire. Tell me, in whatever language possible, klop your hoof or anything like that, what are you doing here?
That's a pretty broad question to ask, right? To respond by only clapping your hooves.
Answer me!
Morse code.
It looks at you, cocks its head, and you see its fiery eyes blaze.
My, what pretty eyes you have.
And it scrapes his hoof over the floor. As his eyes light up once more.
Can you clop perhaps? Scraping is very difficult to understand. Clopping I might know.
It starts to take a stance and it's as if it's ready to pounce on you.
I take several steps backward and jump to the other side of the table, keeping it between me and it, while I desperately keep trying to talk to it.
Alright. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Next up is unidentified creature. It moves into the room.
Let's call it Harry coins.
Yes. Or
Please
fair,
let me be able
or
to take
fire, fire Gary, fairy,
Barry.
Harry.
fire Gary. It moves
or
up.
Mary?
Could also be Mary. Tries to attack Bjorn. Hits on the first go
Ouch.
and does a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
Mary.
Do you say anything? Do you scream or something, or what do you do?
I scream quite loudly, going in several terms of swear words in all kinds of languages that I do know.
All right. That wakes up Killian.
Well, that might help a bit.
Probably.
You could have woke up. You could have woke him up on your go.
Oh well.
Killian?
Fetch your chamber pot.
You've got this.
Sure,
You've got
Mark.
this, Bjorn. You
Killian.
can do this. Come on.
Stands up and says, What? And sees a fiery steed in front of him. His first reaction is to use his mace on it.
Radiance of the dawn. I mean, it's Killian.
He just woke up.
Oh.
Not enough enemies. He needs at least 5.
And tries to right hook it on his second go. Natural fucking 20.
Oh. Oh, on the right hook.
And does 7 damage. Like, pow!
Whoop whoop.
That'll teach it.
Will it though? Oh! That means that Bax, can you give me a perception check?
Is this to see if I see what's going on?
I have to see if you hear. And
Well, I
do
have
it-
disadvantage because I'm asleep, right?
Well, do it for Gary then.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Hang on. What you want a perception check? Oh, wait a minute. Where's my? Oh, it's there. Oh, God. Dirty 20.
All right. Seeing as Gary moves on your turn, he runs up to you and just clobbers you with his hooves.
He can communicate with me telepathically as well.
He says Timmy fell down the well in the other room.
Wow.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Wait, is that a Skippy the Kangaroo meme or
No, that's
is
a
it Lassie?
Last
That's a Lassie meme.
Oh god, I got like Skippy flashbacks as you said it.
I spent my action just waking up and try to understand what's going on.
Skippy the bush
All right.
kangaroo.
I'll use the rest of my movement just to stand up and like wake myself up a little bit.
All right. I will put Gary with a W on the map. There you go.
Okay.
Because he
What?
is a skeletal war horse. Bjorn, what do you do?
Well, the horse is standing right in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I pull out one of my daggers, the tiny, annoying, flimsy things I've got, and I try to stab it right underneath the jaw into the skull.
All right. You didn't target it, but I can tell you that
right.
with a 11, it just dodges out of the way.
Sorry for not targeting it.
Its eyes flashing up once more.
Ah, bugger. I take a step backwards again, and that's the end of my turn.
As you do this, it tries to clobber at you because you are in a attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh boy.
That means that it's its turn.
I basically got kicked over through the room, so
Well, let's do the old Joe method.
Just smack it.
Right.
And it tries to attack you once more. Hits.
Oh, that sound
boy.
effect.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's his turn. Killian. What does Killian do, guys? What does Killian... Tell me!
Luke explicitly told me to tell you, do whatever you want with him.
I feel that Killian would continue to attack it, right?
Yeah.
Until it got to the point that he didn't think he could save Bjorn, and at which point he would get out.
that's basically what he
That's
would do.
that's how he's been playing it, right? He's not been a complete coward, but he won't stay if it's stacked against him.
All right.
Well, a fast heal would help.
Yeah, but would he do that knowing that the horse was still on top of Bjorn?
Oh, well, wait. Coins, he has healing word, right? Isn't that a bonus action?
Yes, it is. But he's all out of spell slots.
Ah.
That's why we needed the rest. We're both completely out of spell slots. Well, almost out of spell slots.
Yeah.
If only you shared a room with the person who still has all his spell slots.
If only.
If only.
I could have
If-
protected you.
If only. Tries his hook again. Hits. And that means that next up is Gary.
Gary won't fit for a door, really. Let's be honest. Will
Well-
he get fit for the door?
Can Gary open the door? is the real question here.
Well, you
Like
said
a
the door.
cat, like
If I remember
scratch,
rightly,
scratch,
the door
scratch,
opens
scratch.
outwards, right, from where we are. So I could get him just to charge at the door.
Meow.
Or just get him to wait his turn. And
Alright, he'll wait his turn.
would he physically fit through the door though? Even if I opened it for him,
Sure.
then he will wait his turn until after mine, and then he will move in after I've opened the 2 doors for him.
Well.
Sensing Timmy is in danger, I quickly rush to the door, bashing through it,
Yeah.
and then continuing. Oh, I don't. And then that's 10. That's 20. I burst open this door, and then I use my action to dash, allowing me to move a little bit more. At which point, I will just move back into the side and tell Gary to charge at the other horse to cause a distraction.
Alright, give me Gary's movement then.
I can't. He's locked for me. I can't add.
Oh, wait.
I still can't move him though.
No, I know.
Oh.
That's because...
Can I put that in my taskbar so I can keep it?
Yeah, sure. Now you can move it, if I'm
Cool.
not mistaken.
Yeah. Yes, I can. All right, so he's going to move there, and then he's going to... Oh, 60 gets me up there. And then he'll use his action. Oh, this is fun. He'll use his action to... what can he do? I think he can, like... Where's his attacks on here? Oh, he's going to use a melee weapon attack? No. He can't do that, can he?
It's a melee... hooves are a melee weapon attack.
Okay, so
Natural
he
weapons.
will do that then. So I just double click it, right?
Oh, that hits.
I did target him, but
Yeah,
I don't.
just drag your damage dice on the thing.
Okay. Onto him, yeah.
Yeah, on the fire steed. Yeah.
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 Awesome.
As that's happening, I shout to Killian to get Bjorn out, and that's my turn.
All right.
Can I express my sadness about this horse-on-horse violence?
As soon as he said the horse was there, I thought this is happening.
Anybody want to place bets? A bit of horse fight action.
Yeah, my life on Bax's horse.
Oh, that's an excellent bet.
That's a really clever.
Right, Bjorn. Moment of truth. If you roll net 1, you're done. It's
Sigh.
success.
Yes, baby. One more. No, 2 more.
2 more. And given my luck for today,
You'll be fine.
Oh, that sounded like a horse.
It's a werehorse. It's a werehorse. The moment you get attacked by it, you turn into one.
oh, that would be
I want to
awesome.
get attacked by it.
It attacks the warhorse next to it. And does damage. Ooh.
No, Gary. But it did what it was supposed to do. Great distraction, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, so, what does Killian do?
I want to say he... well, it would be an action for him to pick up Bjorn, right? Or grab him and drag him.
Mm-hmm.
Because what he would do is he would slap the horse in the face and then use his disengaged mobility feat, wouldn't he, to move away from it?
Yeah.
But he can't do that. I don't know. I'm not making decisions for him because I would be responsible for his death.
Alright, so, let's do it the old-fashioned way. 1-2, he grabs Bjorn. No, odds he grabs Bjorn, even he attacks the warhorse. Fiery skeleton horse thingy. Yep.
Yep.
So 1 or 3, he grabs Bjorn, and it's a 3. And his mobility feat is a bonus action, probably, right? Yeah.
It is, yeah.
No,
but I think he has to make a melee attack, doesn't he, for it to happen? From TC.
Yeah, any melee attack. But I think
then
it's
if he
not
uses
even
that,
a
he would-
bonus action. It's just on.
But he wouldn't be able to drag Thingy away, would he? If it costs an action to grab him. But then the warhorse is facing the other way, right? And he's busy engaging Gary, so...
It has 4 feet, so it can just... Have you ever stood behind a horse and got kicked?
Oh,
well,
glad I didn't.
yeah, yes, but not very hard.
Yeah. So it can still do it.
Didn't mean to do that. It's not my decision, is it? It's not my character, so...
Alright, so he for sure tries to grab Bjorn and just tries to use his movement to get him out of here, getting a attack of opportunity by our good friend the horse. Dodges it.
Oh, +6.
Nice.
Though. Jesus Christ.
Gary, very dead. Which means that next up is...
Every
Unperturbed.
time you say that.
Unperturbed, I use another 2nd level spell slot and resummon Gary in the same spot of where he was and tell him to kill that horse. So
Wait, how many
I'll
spell
ti-
slots do you have left?
I have 3 2nd level spell slots and I hadn't used any. So I used one to
Wow.
summon him. There's a second one to bring him back. So that's my second one now gone. So Gary should be in the same spot he was, ready to kick that fucking horse's ass and create the distraction needed for the other two to get out. See, look at me not just running in and trying to kill it.
Well done. Is that your turn?
Yes. Sorry. I got too many bloody windows open. Yeah, done.
Woo! I thought it was a 1.
Shit.
Oh, dang.
Yep.
So Gary attacks.
Come on, Bjorn.
Gary will attack again, yeah. Oh, sorry. Gary, yeah, duh. Are you doing it? You're doing it for me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, when he died, his sheep disappeared from me.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wait,
why.
is that? Ah, cool. I didn't know that happened.
Oh.
Alrighty.
While doing that as well, like, attacking, he would like move around there to try and get between him and that, like, act as a shield
Alright.
between the two of them.
Right. The fiery horse attacks the warhorse skeleton once more. And fucking demolishes it.
Poor Gary.
Holy shit.
Hey, Gary can do this all day.
Wow.
Right? Do you think he's going to grow to hate me every time I summon him and he just gets murdered instantly?
Let me take a note of that.
Over time.
Crap, I'm giving you ideas.
He slowly resents you.
Next time
gonna
you
be my-
summon him, he's like, fuck that, no way.
Give him a win.
What's that?
Let him
Gary?
kill
No,
more
Gary
horses.
here. What are you talking about?
I'm his brother, Harry. Gary can't come to the phone right now.
You know our sister Mary as well?
Wait, is Gary ghosting me? I mean, Jesus.
Oh.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Stop horsing around, Joby.
You fucker.
All right. So, what does Killian do?
He drags Bjorn to the door, and he will take advantage of it. He wouldn't, right? I'd given him this opportunity to escape, but he wouldn't, would he? Let's face it. Because none of us do.
He would, for sure, attack the horse again.
No, he would. He would escape. Please let him escape. I've set this up perfectly for him.
All right. So, does he grab Bjorn?
Yes.
Luke gave the DM complete control. I'm just gonna...
All right. Still
I think
grabbing.
Jeroen and Joe were there, right?
Yeah, he
uses
did.
that-
He did.
He uses-
Still grabbing.
He uses action to dash as well to get him through the door.
Yes.
Because even
but
even with
he's
diff-
carrying somebody, so he would be here.
difficult,
and Bjorn would be here.
That sounds.
Basically, a heat shield.
Because I know what has to happen. Gary's going to fucking hate me.
Hey, you can also just let it be. I mean, I'm a perfect meat shield over there.
No, I play the character that I am.
Yeah.
A pang in my heart tells me that I've. How is the warhorse looking? Is it looking a bit worse for wear, or is it looking still? Oh no! Don't tell me. It wouldn't matter. I couldn't do it to Gary again, so I will just rush in to meet my fate because I couldn't. I can't, in good conscience, he wouldn't summon Gary again to die again. He just wouldn't do it. So I will attempt to defend their retreat.
But that hits.
I would also smite the shit out of it because
Let's
you
be
know
real.
I want it to die.
Would. Yes.
Yeah, I do 100%. Ha! I mean, huzzah! I have saved the day.
Wow, you exceeded it by
Nice.
32 points.
Holy shit.
I haven't got any movement speed left, have I? No.
Oh, but you wouldn't have killed it. Oh, well, you would. Yeah. I thought without the smite, but you would.
It doesn't matter. I would have smited it just to make sure. Are we still in combat?
No.
Then I immediately rush to Bjorn and touch him with my finger.
Where?
While chant on his temple. While
Take your time, Joby.
Oh.
Time.
I softly caress his forehead while reciting a prayer of my Lord, and I expend one lay on hands to give him 1 HP.
Thanks.
Do you want to live?
Wow.
No, seriously, thank you.
And I say, I don't say anything. I just look at Killian so disappointingly that he didn't sleep in the same room, the more tactically sound room.
Filled with rat corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Rather that than a way for an enemy to just spontaneously appear.
Yeah, true enough.
That is, yeah. That's it for a minute.
That's it for now. Let's have a wee little break.
Oh, it's 8:30 already.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good session when the time speeds up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Gary.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for sacrificing him for Bjorn.
That's right.
Make
having
sure
fun.
you tell him about this so we will stop torturing you with songs.
Oh,
Sucka is just happy you're gonna.
Killing him softly with his
why is Suckit happy?
Because I remember where I'm at.
Ah, right.
Ah, all right.
You know, not to metagame, and I wanted to keep my mouth closed while you were doing it. But well, we're not playing at the moment, are we? But you know,
Yeah.
you wanted him to go back to the plane to come and tell you that he'd found us.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just simply have him go through the portal, have a quick look, and then walk back through the portal to you to tell you what he sees? It stays open for 6 seconds.
Because if he goes in,
Oh, you
he
can go
finds
back?
guys.
Yes, we
Well,
tried that with the rope.
we don't know yet.
We don't know what.
We don't know that you can go back yet.
We do. We tied
do.
Nobody's went. No, yeah, but nobody's went back through.
Well, no, we tied something to a rope, didn't we? And threw it through and then pulled it back through and it came.
It just disappeared.
Yep.
We
No,
don't
no.
know if it came back.
No, no.
yet.
No, we
pulled
tied
it
it
back.
to. Yeah, we did. We tied something to a rope. We threw it through, and then we quickly pulled it back, and it came back. That's how we know it's two-way travel.
But if I send him, he's duty bound to fulfill my orders.
Mm.
So
Oh, what I meant is you could have got him to walk through, quick look, and then step back through and tell you.
yeah, but I figured when I did it at the time, I figured that you guys might be get there at that point to help out. That and that he can come back through the ethereal claim and no problem, because I was reading his character sheet. But it was shared with me, so like I had it up so that way I could do
So
so.
what does Well, what does that mean then? He can go anywhere.
He can walk. He can walk between planes and pretty much go anywhere. He can walk through solid objects. He can walk through people.
Oh yeah, he can go into either the ethereal or the shadow plane probably, and then
Yeah.
like
Does that
cross
mean
back.
he could have just walked out of the door that you were locked in and opened it from the other side?
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Just saying,
probably
Joe.
could have.
Just saying.
I didn't think of that,
That's all right, man.
Oh, he didn't either.
but I got my game face on because it's all planned out.
Good.
That statement worries me.
You really need to look at your character sheet, Arwen, and prepare better spells, man. Like your support class. Be a support class. Get some support spells going.
Well, I do have some support spells, but I used them all up when we were in the swamp, trying to keep all of you alive, which I also failed in.
Excellent.
That's all right. We're all separated right now. Well, not
I'm
all
failing
of us,
at being a lawyer right now, so
right? Portrait.
I'm probably gonna go down as well.
do you want a public defender? Because you'll probably be better off, right?
That I'm not sure of, but
You're always better off having a public defender than a Judge Judy sitter watcher kind of think he can do it himself kind of thing, right?
well, yeah.
You see one episode of Judge Rayner and you think, you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who Judge Rayner is?
No.
No idea.
It's the British equivalent to Judge Judy. It's the
Okay.
it's the gay lawyer, gay judge, sorry, who's very camp and very woohoo.
That's lovely.
I don't even know who Judge Judy is. Like, apart from like a vague
don't.
idea of
Wow.
some kind of judge, but
Wait, were
It's-
you
it's-
prohibited from watching
What?
television as a child? Like, what
Have
is
you
going
not
on
seen
here?
Judge Judy, man? She's everywhere.
To be fair, I never watched it either.
She's it's a small claims court in America and it's televised.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it on TV here
Wow, it's on like
on any channel.
It's on repeat over here every bloody day.
And Belgium
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
a really backwards country in some senses.
Yes.
Wow.
Jimmy, you
It's
have
not
to
just
know,
that
like,
it
the Dutch
can
and the
be, it
Belgians
is.
are like this.
It is.
Yes. You have to know, like, when you drive over the snelweg,
Border.
highway from the Netherlands to Belgium, you go like from a smooth ride, like over the border.
Yeah, precisely that. You
But,
will
like,
not believe how often I just screwed up my tires by driving into a Belgian road.
Yeah. But the thing is, the Belgians are a bit more relaxed than the Dutch. We're a bit uptight up north here.
True.
So that's the difference.
Well,
we're
they
loud.
do have the better Dutch language as well.
Oh, yes.
And unfortunately, that's not even a joke.
No.
My beer says, "Now I am deaf, destroyer of worlds." And on that note, Trish, Seraphim,
Is there a nuclear bomb in the corner here, or?
you just had sort of a nuclear bomb dropped on you. You have
Okay.
seen Vasily sitting there, which was
Mhm.
weird as fuck. And then Irina stepped in. Irina said, "Yes, she is the one that killed the Burgermaster." As she sits down next to Vasily, "What do you want to do?"
Mm. You said that Irina didn't sound different on purpose, right?
No, that was just my intoxication level.
And you said that Strahd wasn't surprised to see her there?
You mean Vasily? No.
Yeah. Did we do an inside check on that? To see
Yeah,
if he was like faking the com, or if it was like genuinely not surprised?
You can do an insight check what you want. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll do an inside check on that. Insight.
Inside. You are visibly disturbed with the guard standing next to you and like the elves to the north, Lady Wachter, and then Vasily and Irina. Like, it's all a bit too much. You cannot really tell if anybody is surprised by seeing Irina there.
Mhm.
Seraphim, do you want to roll an insight check as well, or?
Yeah, I think so. 17.
You are more cool and collected. You can tell that Vasily and Lady Wachter, the moment Irina stepped in, they shared a look. Not a surprised look, but a look. And no one.
As in, it could seem like a plan between them.
Yep. Could be.
I would like to ask Lady Irina where she has been for the past few days, because to my knowledge, she was not here. So I'm curious as to how she made her way to this very building.
Well, Lady Wachter, can I reply? Lady Wachter says, sure, my dear, sure. You can reply. Well, I was here in the town of Valaki. I was with my good friend, and well, I do not want to jinx anything, but my good friend Vasily here, and we had a lovely time. If I recall, it was you who has been away for some time, you and your friends. So how could you possibly think that you would know my whereabouts?
Because you were with us up until the moment we lost track of you. Don't you remember?
I'm sure you're mistaken. I have been in this town for a long time. I have not left the town. Why would I go out of the town and out of the safety of the town? Lady
Can I do an
Wachter has
inside check
been-
on that?
Sure thing.
Can I do that as well?
This
Yes.
is like bullshit central here. 18.
13.
You know the truth.
Yeah, but like, does it seem like I'm not trying to find out the truth, but does the person saying this that looks like Irina believe what she's saying?
You can tell that this is
A show.
a show, yeah, for sure. Like,
Okay.
You know the truth, so you know that she was with you, and the thing that she says that she was in town the whole time is not true. And you could deduce by that whatever she's saying, she's lying. Therefore, she is putting up a show.
I'll send a message to the person looking like Vasily, and I'll say, "What does this all have to mean, Lord Strahd? This is resembling more a circus than a trial."
You hear him. He can reply in his mind, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure if if he can do it by himself. Sure, but
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, they
the
can
message
reply. Yeah,
cantrip
yeah.
allows the reply.
It might be a circus, but you have to put on a good show if you want to leave the circus. And he looks at you slyly.
I sent another message. What do you mean by show?
My good friend Seraphim, and by extent Trish, although she cannot hear me. I have gave you tasks, and I have followed your progress with great interest. This is just another obstacle in your way to fulfilling said tasks. Now please, surprise me.
I turn towards Lady Wachter. And she must have noticed me looking at Vasily for a while, all silent there. And I say, Lady Wachter, although I believe this trial stands on a misunderstanding, we lay ourselves down to the law and the way it is applied by the people of Alaki. I have put forth my objections, and I think they are reasonable. The judgment is up to you.
Well, in that case, it is a tie. It is two people that say you are guilty, and you two that say you are innocent to a degree. And that time, the tiebreaker will be me. Seraphim, you have served the chair of a lucky well. Trish, I would like to see justice fulfilled. Guards! And all the guards prick up. Take the lady away.
I look at Trish. Do you want me to do anything?
I just shake my head a bit.
I'll stand there.
The guards step up to Trish. Trish, they try to let you turn around and put your hands behind your back. Do you comply?
Yeah, I comply.
All right. With your hands behind your back, they cuff you and they move you out from the bench and through a door. Do you remember what's behind this door?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Like there's first a corridor, and then to the southeast there's a holding cell, I believe.
There is, but they bypass this holding cell. They take you through a door and you get into a large hallway, the main hall that you've been before on your excursion.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be the main hall walkway of the building. Many doors lead into this room or out of this room. But a heavy door to your left, and as they enter the hallway, they move to the left. A heavy iron or metal door sits in a stone wall. They take you and lead you into a rather gloomy staircase going down. One of the guards lights a torch. You step down the stairs. The footsteps make gentle sounds, sort of a marching order. They stop in front of a little wooden table. And one of the guards says to you, Trish, all your belongings you put on this table.
All of them?
All your weapons.
All my weapons. Let's see. Oh,
One, two.
well, I've got a dagger here. I have got a fancy dagger.
Put them,
my
put them in the party sheet.
yeah. The dagger and the ornate dagger. And the short bow, which is already taken, I guess. And then there's a short sword. And that's all my weapons.
Got anything else that's of importance? Like, you look a bit thiefy. Got any thieves' tools?
What's that supposed to mean?
Ah, you know what it means.
No, I don't have anything. This is it.
Give me a deception check.
Yes.
That the girl can do.
Deception.
You look at it, and your eyes just pop with innocence. And he looks down at you and says, I know I shouldn't believe you, but... oh, what the hell? And... he grabs you. And pushes you through a door. And the moment you step through this door, everything is quiet. You can no longer hear your footsteps or even the gentle sound of your clothes rubbing together. In the center of this dark hallway is a pale blue orb emitting only the faintest of light. As you pass it, you are brought to the last door on your right. It opens, fully silent, not even a squeak, and he pushes you in. His mouth moves, but can't hear anything, and the moment he tries to... Yeah?
I try to answer him like, "Am I supposed to hear you? Because I can't hear anything." I'm going like this, like, what?
And he chuckles, like, he makes the expression of chuckling. No sound emits. Like, even your own voice, like, should I hear you? No sound.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out, is it just me? Or is it this environment? Like,
This is bad.
Did they cast a spell on me specifically, or is this the whole area that this is like that has been silenced?
From his reaction and your own deduction, you can tell that this whole area is silent. Like, the moment you stepped through the doors, all sound was gone.
For a reason.
They close the door, and you are back in utter darkness. Not even the faint blue light shines.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna sit still for a while for like, well, actually, I'm gonna take a short rest and sit still for like, what is it, like 2-3 hours?
A short rest is like an hour, tops.
Or an hour? Sure, yeah, an hour. And I will roll some hit die,
Sure, go ahead.
if I may.
Sure.
And yeah, might as well. Okay. And after that hour has passed, I'm gonna take out my thief's tools and start to try unlocking the door.
Give me a
And
slide.
I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take my time with this. Like, I'm not particularly in a rush.
So in Pathfinder terms, you're taking 20. Sure.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Sal, just so you know, your camera is frozen. Not anymore. What are you doing?
He was just really still.
I think I was, yeah.
We revert back to the moment Trish is being dragged out of the room.
Yeah. Can I do a specific insight check to, or investigation maybe even, to consider whether Lady Wachter is a vampire?
Sure. What would it be? Nature? I
Insight.
guess? Nature, insight, yeah.
Insight is fine, or?
Yeah, sure.
I like insight. Oh, 23.
You can tell with a reasonable certainty that she is not a vampire.
Okay. Who is sitting in the audience exactly? Like, is it just those guards and like cultists, or are there like also Valakian people sitting there?
Well, you cannot see it on the map, but it's mostly cultists and like a few Valaki citizens.
Yeah. So there's not much point to achieving anything there. I'll walk over to Vasily and I'll say, "My lord, you and assumed one of your wives will have to wait for a surprise another day."
I have to say, it was a surprise, but not the one I was hoping for. You say my wife, but we are just good friends, me and Lady Irina. She is highborn, and I am a lowly accountant. He turns to Lady Wachter and says, "My lady, I thank you for this time, and I am glad that justice prevailed once more in the beautiful town of Vallaki. Irina, please join me for a little chat." "I will." And he looks at you, Seraphim, and says, "I'm sure we'll meet again, Seraphim."
I think we will.
I bid you adieu.
I say, Lady Wachter, I assume I have fulfilled my responsibilities to the people of Vallaki.
Yes, you have, and I must say I was quite surprised that you gave up rather easily. I know she was guilty from the start, but I would think you would have put much more of a fight.
I think that was the intention, but it was not the outcome. Have a nice day. And I leave.
You too. Adieu.
I like the adieu triggers me. Can I do an insight check again on that?
Sure.
Like,
Ooh.
like, why is she saying that?
She said it in a slightly different way than your friend just did.
I deduce
Because-
any meaning from it?
Vasily said, "I bid you adieu," and she said,
Yeah.
"Adieu."
Yeah.
You can tell that there is a, I wouldn't say hidden meaning, but more of a "I would like to speak to you again" vibe.
Ah. As in, on more friendly terms.
Yes, much more friendly.
Like, does she live here now, where we last met her, or was that like the house close to it?
The house close to it.
I'll go there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll go stand basically one house over to see whether she goes home and wants to strike a conversation.
All right. Zucket,
Yep.
you're still standing at the brazier.
Yep.
At the moment,
So
nothing's happening. You keep waiting?
Yep.
All right. Bax,
Yes.
you guys are standing here.
I would suggest that we retire back to the room. It's more defendable, and try and get some rest.
Killian agrees.
And I assume Bjorn would,
I'd
if
imagine
indeed
so.
Bjorn was here. Bjorn.
I suppose Bjorn is still knocked out, to be honest. He only's got
No.
1 health point, so he's...
Well,
We go
you're
back into the
conscious.
other room. We go back into the other room, and we will continue to rest in there.
all right. I'll move.
I will
over
also use
there.
I will also use my last level 2 spell slot to resummon Gary, and give him and convey to him how proud I am of his sacrifice, and that I promise I wouldn't do that again to him.
Thank you for your service.
And I'd ask him nicely. I say I won't let anyone else hurt you, and I will ask him
That's me.
to do what he did before and just barricade the door with his ass, and just stay watch for us. No, the other door. No, actually, I think he'd be better off with that door because there's more chance someone could teleport in while watching the other door, so we can all have a rest.
So who's gonna lay on the pile of rat corpses?
You are. I'm going to
Oh,
place you. I'm going to drop you on there, and you can move from it if you like.
We thank you
But-
for your service.
Bax is a bit put out that his sleep was interrupted because you two decided to sleep in another room.
Oh, I'm never gonna hear the end of this, am I?
No,
Mhm.
you will not. I'll be surprised if you leave this castle alive, but who knows? Let's see what happens.
Have you met Joby?
I did. First time he shot me.
So yes, yeah, that's what we'll do. Unless Beyond wants to do something else. That's what me and Killian are doing.
Bjorn, you are golden with this idea?
I am completely golden with this idea as I'm completely banged up and seriously need some R&R.
Does Killian have any paper?
Ooh.
Killian, does he have any parchment on him?
Yeah, I think so.
Then Bax would suggest to Killian to write a quick cryptic note to leave on the table in the first room, letting our friends know if they happen to follow us that we are nearby.
Well, there is like a shit ton of books, and you can just rip one page out.
But I would suggest to Killian that he would leave our friends a message saying that we are nearby, just in case they do come looking for us.
All right.
Maybe not exactly where we are, because I feel that might be a bit silly if somebody else spots it. But
All right. He looks at you kind of vaguely, like, I just woke up. I don't know what to do. We lost somebody. Yeah, we lost
who we lost?
Bax, our video Bax.
Oh, I just turned it off for a second.
Ah, okay.
I'm here.
All right.
So yeah, in that case, I will just write down on. I'm assuming I don't even know what my intelligence is. Hang on, let me just make sure I can actually read and write. One moment. My intelligence is 11. Can I read and write?
Yeah.
Sure.
Simple words. So I got
Common
back in the.
people have 8.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm considered an Einstein amongst the commoners. I go back into the other room and I write down on a piece of parchment that I find. What do I write? We are safe, we are well, and we are nearby. And I sign it back.
All right. Where are you putting it in the room?
I will put it. I'll put it on the chair. Because I think when we came into the room, it was right in the fireplace, right in front of the 2 chairs there.
Yeah.
No, I put it on top of the dead horse that is currently in the room, like resting on this horse.
Maybe you should ask if it's still burning.
Is it still burning?
Good question. And no, it's not still burning.
Okay, so I put it on there. I also put P.S. Bax was here, and I leave the note pinned to the dead horse.
Right. So Gary moves out of the way. You move towards the. Well, the horse was right around here.
On top of the table.
Yeah. And you place the note there.
Yeah. In the hopes that if any of them come through, they'll see our note. But I clearly sign it Bax. And then I go back into...
As you turn around,
yeah.
you see a ghostly apparition appear in front of the fireplace.
Okay.
Where am I? Where? Seraphim, Trish, Killian, you there? What's your name?
I look at him. Do I see him holding that sword that I had?
He is. Did he pick that up? I think he did.
Sucker gave it to him, didn't he? Because it was his sword.
Yeah. He told him to keep it.
Yeah.
Is he come out with his weapon drawn and his shield up? Like, is he look like he's ready for a fight? Or...
Yeah. He's holding it up like this.
I ask him where he got that sword from.
It's mine. Yes, I know. Oh, he says he knows you.
We've met. How did you get that weapon? The last I saw it, it was with one of my friends, Suckid.
Oh, he gave it to me.
Oh, where is he?
He pried it out of the cold dead hands of a wolf-like man, and
Wait, wolf-like man?
Yes.
I don't remember him being wolf-like. Where is Suckid? Is he safe?
He said to, safe as can be, under the circumstances. He said to meet him back at the fire thingy, not this one, the other one.
How do we get there?
I was hoping you could tell me. I just got here. What's that? Is that a horse on the table?
That was an enemy.
Ooh, good eating on one of those.
Help yourself. It's a bit charred. It was a bit overdone. Did Suckid have a plan to maybe count to like a certain amount of time before he reopened the portal so you could step back through?
No.
Did he give you any other instructions on how we might be able to communicate with one another?
No.
I'm concerned that Suckid didn't think this through.
I know, but he's my leech, so what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna tell him to do anything else than what he told me to.
Sorry, what is your name?
My name? Yes, I'll tell him. My name... shut up. My name is Sir Klutz Trepakolski.
Disco.
I German techno rave. Sir Klutz, I am Bax, the Illuminator. I would be honoured if you would accompany us while we try and link back up with Suckid. Do you, by chance, happen to know the layout of this castle?
Sadly, I do not. Yes, I know he is a noble knight. Yes, I know. Sorry, you know what it's like to have this thing in your hand.
I do, indeed.
Yes. Do you?
It was an honor. It was an honor, but I must say I don't think I have the patience. Yeah, it looks more at home in your hands than mine.
Do you want it, please?
To be honest, I'm used to wielding something with two hands, not one. So, you keep it.
Okay.
But we digress. Have you got any way of contacting Suckid?
No.
I think our best bet is probably just to wait here and see if Suckid follows through. or at least opens the portal. Because, you know, I'm sure he remembers that we tested this out. And we came up with this plan, and I'm hoping he will remember this plan that we had when we were together, repeatedly discussing it.
One can only hope that he is listening right now.
I am sure he is. As being as mighty warrior as myself, we are in tune with one another.
It's almost like you were brothers in another life.
Yes, indeed. Maybe in another one of my lives. I feel like we could have been brothers.
Okay. Well,
But anyway, we
on that
digress.
note, let's stop digressing. Onward! Yes, I know.
Well, I have an injured friend.
Oh, what? The other way? Okay.
In the next room. I think it's. Would you be happy to stay in this room in case Suckid opens the portal? I feel like I need to rest as well.
I would, but this one wants to fight evil.
But we've just had this horse appear out of nowhere and attack us from this very room.
All right.
If evil is to come, it more undoubtedly come through this portal.
Yes, you can stab it a few times just to make sure. Sure. Okay, yes. We will, no, no stabbing now. We will guard this room.
It is a great honor to have met you, and I look forward to seeing you in a few hours.
He keeps stabbing the dead horse. Looks at you and says, "It's the only way to shut him up."
I understand. I move back out, and I go back in here, and I tell the others that I've seen this apparition, and he says that he knows Suckid, and he was sent here by Suckid, and that Suckid may have forgotten to come up with a plan. So we're going to leave him in that room while we have a rest. Why is he shaking his head? I feel like Suckid somewhere in the multiverse there is shaking his head at me. And
we might never know. So you guys are taking a long rest?
Yes, or as much of a rest as I possibly can.
Yeah, we kind of need it.
Yeah. You have to tell me now, you're taking a long rest or a short rest?
I'll take a short rest.
Yeah, short rest seems a good idea. I'm gonna have to do something that will torment Bax a bit at that point.
As long as you don't do it out loud.
And
turn your back to us.
It's a song, so sorry. The Song of Rest. Short rest gives us a 1d6 extra hit point healing thing.
All right. So, you take out your lute.
Yep.
And start your song.
Yep. Oh, you want me to sing?
No.
I feel like
Sirenscape.
I feel like we're about to be treated to a song.
No. I haven't imagined yet.
No. Sal's limbering up for it. Can I hang on? I just got to quickly roll a dice real quick. Hang on. Your loot is so fucking lucky. That's all I'm saying. All I'm fucking saying.
It's a very soothing, calming song that tells of memories of ages past and stuff like that.
Can I roll some hit dice, please?
X on the background going.
Bax,
I hate it.
Killian, and Bjorn, you can roll hit dice if you want.
And you said 1d6 additional one, right?
Yep.
Let's roll that one as well. Gives me 5, so that makes that 46.
Well, I suck at hit die.
Oh, that was a good one. Fuck it. Oh, thank you, sir. I'll keep my last one. Right, cool.
I'm going with D8 as well. How do I do this with the D6 extra?
Just roll
Just roll it.
So I get,
All right.
Yeah.
and then just add it.
No, I added it already.
There you go.
Yeah. Good enough.
Right, another hour-ish passes. Trish,
Yeah.
you are working on your cell door.
Yes.
And even though there's no audible click, you do hear the cell door open. Do you have dark vision?
I did not.
Ooh.
You see the door open. Well, you feel the door open, but
Mm-hmm.
cannot really see anything. Do you have any form of light?
I have a torch and a tinderbox.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I have 2 torches and a tinderbox. But before I do that, I want to kind of try to remember the path that I took to get down to the cell.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to try
Yep.
and figure out if this corridor, if this corridor goes east to west or if it goes north to south.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. History.
It was dark. You were being manhandled by 2 guards. The moment you stepped into this area, everything went silent. You're a bit disoriented, but you think that the corridor moved as you step out from left to right, or from right to left, depending on the way you're wanting to go.
Yeah. So east to west. Okay. Starting from like the area where this area of silence started, how far? At that point, the guard still had light, right?
Yeah.
So still, how many doors did I go down? Like, would I know if this is like the 4th cell or the 5th cell or the 3rd?
It's the 4th cell.
Hmm. Then I wanna step out of my cell into the corridor
Mm-hmm.
and go to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And well, actually, while it was still illuminated, was this the lost cell, or does the corridor still go on?
Well, the corridor goes on for a few feet, but there is no cell anymore.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna go left and try to pick the lock of the cell on my left hand side, so on the same side that my cell was in. Because I think that's the one that has the tunnel in it.
All right. Complete silence. And just to reiterate this fact, I will stop the music at this moment. Complete silence. Even as your thieves' tools are in your hand, you pat the door, trying to find the lock. Your fingers trace the lock. You use your thieves' tools, you press them in. How do you use your thieves' tools? Are they audible or um, like motion sensory?
No, it's got kind of like a like when I lift the lock thingies, the sliders inside the lock, it kind of it clicks, but it's like a like you feel the the pick kind of it has like a little different amount of resistance, so you kind of feel it sliding into place.
All right. So you're picking the lock, and after about 5 minutes or an hour, you can't really tell. You feel the door push a bit inwards. The lock is opened. What do you do?
I open the door, I step in and close it behind me. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait, where was it again? If I remember, it was on the south east side that there was a hole leading to a tunnel. Was it under the toilet? Was it like under? I don't remember. I'm just gonna start like feeling around for like either loose tiles or just like a straight up hole in the wall or in the ceiling or in the floor.
You feel around.
And if there is
Yeah.
yeah, and if there is like a toilet, I'm gonna like move it to the side and like try to feel under there as well, because I vaguely remember that I was like standing on top of the hole for some reason.
Give me a investigation check.
Yep. Investigation.
You pad the floor, and here and there you feel wet spots, a bit squishy, and it smells a bit the moment you touch it. A bit of the smell of excrement.
Mm.
You keep patting, and suddenly you feel a leg. And the moment you touch it, it scoots back. What do you do?
I'm gonna cast message on this person. I'm just gonna say,
Read me the message description.
yes.
A person you can see.
You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message.
All right.
You can cast this spell to assault objects if you're familiar with the target. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, thin sheet of lead blocks the spell. Magical silence blocks the spell.
So you use your cantrip and nothing happens on the other side.
Dang.
Dang, boy.
Mm.
You get pushed forcefully. You cannot see anything at this point yet.
Yeah, I just step back. And I'm just gonna say like, so it's all right, and try to get this other person to calm down while I'm looking.
This other person cannot see you, cannot hear you. You are in complete darkness, complete silence.
Yeah. In that case, I apparently have a candle in my backpack. So I'm gonna take out the candle. I'm gonna
Oh, awesome. That's clutch.
take out my the tinderbox and light the candle.
You light the candle, and you see a man in front of you.
And while I'm doing this, I'm holding the candle like close to my body, so that my body blocks as much of the light going through the cell door bars, if there are any.
That's good thinking, and I will give you inspiration for this.
Hey!
Nice.
You see a man, rather old looking, disheveled, dirty, covered in excrement. But underneath this veneer of filth, he has a familiar face.
Oh?
I will share this picture with you. And tell you in chat who it is.
Ah. Does he seem to recognize me?
He moves back in his cell the moment the light like you light the candle, and he tries to cover his eyes because the light is pretty hurtful for him at this moment.
I cover my the candle with my hand so that it doesn't shine directly into his eyes. So it just has a bit of like a surrounding, like lighting up the surrounding, but it doesn't blind him.
He looks at you, and you see recognition dawn on his face. And he moves in to hug you, and as he does this, he like almost like suppresses the candle, and is like, "Oh no!" Like, sorry, and he mouths the words, "Thank you."
I'm gonna try to mouth like it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that image? And now that I can see around me, I'm gonna try to like look, like if I see anything in this cell that would like lead me to assume that there is some kind of tunnel hidden behind the tile or whatever.
You use your candle ever so slowly to check all of the walls around you. And as you come to the floor, you see that it is covered in excrement. But there's no toilet here.
Uh-huh. So I don't recognize this as the cell that I came in.
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to reassure this guy. I'm gonna like tell him to kind of stay there, stay here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back outside the cell. I'm gonna go back to my own cell,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna see if I recognize that one as the cell that I was in previously.
All right. Do you close the door behind you?
I close the door behind me. I don't lock it, but I close it behind me.
Right. As you close the door, like the last slivers of light, you can see the pure terror in the face of this person as you close the door. I will show you what you see with your candle. And your cell is right here.
Does this even look like the same corridor?
It looks wider than the corridor you remember.
And my so this corridor leads to a dead end, right on the right hand side. If I continue down that way,
You don't know with your candle at the moment.
okay, I'm just gonna continue going on. So yeah, let me put my movement down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get caught, Trish.
You see
I mean, I'm already destined for the gallows. Nothing worse can happen.
a door. Sturdy looking wooden door.
Is it a fully closed wooden door, or are there any kind of windows or a peephole? Anything that might give me an idea as to what is on the other side of it?
Well, you can try to. You're pretty small, but if you use your candle, you stick it like it's a door with what is those spijlen?
Bars.
Bars, yeah, with bars like just above your head. So if you put the candle in between the bars and you jump, you could have a quick glance. Or
yeah, I'll do that.
grab the bars and hoist yourself up.
Yeah. I'll do that.
All right. As you do, you see another corridor that's as wide as the corridor you remember.
Huh. So I'm gonna I'll try to first I'll try to just open this door.
It opens.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go back into this guy's cell.
Mm-hmm.
Open it up. And I'm just gonna like gesture like, come on, like come with me.
The person nods.
Okay, so I leave the door open, and I'm gonna go back to the other door,
Mm-hmm.
to this corridor. And I check behind to see if he's actually following me.
He is.
Okay. Open this door. I go to it.
You go through it?
Yep.
The moment you go through it, sound rushes into your ears once more. This
Okay.
hallway is dark, but your candle lights the way. What do you do?
Well, what do I hear? Do I hear footsteps or people screaming, crying?
Well, I will tell you once my Sirenscapes restarts. You hear the sound of wind distant screams, a cacophony of sound, even more so after the deafening silence that you just escaped from.
Okay. I'm gonna step out into this corridor and go south a bit.
To the south is another door.
Yeah. And as this guy follows me, I'm gonna turn around and message to him. Somewhere in here, there's a cell with a tunnel that leads outside. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's somewhere around here. I remember it being in one of these very tiny corridors. But just stay silent. If you need to say anything, just like tap on my shoulder or something, and I will speak in your head, and then you can reply to me like this, and then we don't have to make any sound at all.
He replies in his head, Thank you. My family will be very, very pleased. I have not been here before. I have just been in this room that you saved me from. I am forever in your debt. Please, the order of the feather is forever in your debt. Lead the way.
I'm actually gonna back up a bit
Mm-hmm.
and go around it and try to see if there what's behind this door on my right side.
What's behind door number?
I thought the exact same thing, Coins.
You press the door and it opens by itself. But it's not locked. And what you can see, even in the dim light, is that there is a straw mattress, a little hole where the excrement should go, but the entire floor is covered in shit.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in this room?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna continue going south towards this door right there. And open that one.
This man follows you. And as you open the door, you hear a shuffling sound coming from the west.
Can I make out if it's coming closer or if it's going away?
It's coming closer. Closer.
Fuck. I close the door and I put out the light. And I message to this guy behind me like, there's someone walking these corridors. We're just gonna need to be patient a bit and wait until they pass. I think we need to go left here, and then it's in one of the cells on our right hand side.
Didn't that happen the last time you were here? Someone walked the corridor, right?
Yep.
You're once again in complete darkness, Trish. All you can hear are the screams around you.
Is this place?
This would have been a great cliffhanger, but Seraphim,
Yes.
you're standing outside of what you now know is the Reformation Center.
Mm-hmm.
You look around, you wait.
I was standing like close to her house. We mean the same thing?
Yeah, from her house you
Okay.
can see the Reformation Center.
Oh yeah. Okay.
As you're standing there, you are waiting. Waiting a bit more. And finally, she exits. Moves down the steps. Turns to her right. And walks towards her home. You're standing in front of her house?
No, well, a little bit more next to it. So, like, it isn't as obvious that I'm standing in front of Lady Wachter's house. It's like one house or two houses over to the side of her house. But on her way, she would need to pass me by, basically.
Are you doing this stealthily or just out in the open?
No, she's supposed to see me. I'm not standing in the middle of the street or anything. I'm just standing there and assume that she will pass me by when she goes home.
She's walking, and we're walking, and we're walking.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly she spots you.
Mm-hmm. I give her a little smile. And a nod.
And she nods back and walks directly over to where you're standing.
Hey, Lady Wachter.
Hey, girlfriend. Seraphim, I was hoping I would catch you at a more opportune time than a, shall we say, trial.
Yes.
Okay, we shall say trial. Say it with me now. Trial.
It was a trial.
Yes. Yes, it was.
And I did not assume to make an enemy, or so it seems, out of someone we helped put into power. I was quite surprised, I have to say.
Well, being a enemy is a strong word. And I do not expect you to fully understand all of the moving parts here in Vallaki or even in Barovia. But I will say that I have plans for the land I was born in. Plans you might be able to help me with. Shall we talk inside?
Yes, of course. I assume I would be safe doing so.
Well, as you know, nothing in Vallaki is ever truly safe. But I will do my best. And as they say, that is all anybody can hope for, really, is it not?
Well, a little bit of safety, but more so, I'm searching for an explanation to the many things that have been happening. I hope you can give me one.
We will see, Seraphim, but first let us adjourn to my study. I am sure we have much to talk about.
Indeed.
And even though it's 9:42, that's where we'll end this week's session.
Bruh.
Bro, that's what I prepared. And now we have time for a round of golf.
Oh yeah. Well, wait. Can we do
Do
5 minutes?
Yeah, do a 5-minute recap.
Because we have Joby for the next 20 minutes, so we can actually talk with him about the game.
Oh, yes.
That's a rare occurrence.
Yay, look, Joby's still going to be here for another 15 minutes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, how does everyone feel about what's going on?
Confused as to where Trish is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's creepy as hell, isn't it? Joe would be saying at this point, I'm sure, but didn't he say something about the plane thing? About getting Sir Klutz to come back through the material plane or something? To come and tell him.
You're muted, Joe.
He's on the phone.
Of course, it's a D&D
My
game.
question-
He's on the phone.
My question is to the group at large. Well, I am right in saying that he did say something about him coming, reporting back through the plane or something, right?
Yes, I told him to. Yeah, I told him to come back once he found them and let me know when they were ready to for me to open the portal. But that's not right now.
By way of the astral plane, I think it was.
Right.
How would he come? I don't understand how the astral plane works. Or the material. Is it material plane, isn't it?
He can
Yeah,
shift
this is
into
the material plane.
plane, and he can travel freely between it. But he can't interact with anything in the plane or out of the plane. Like, it's weird.
Right. Does
So
that
is
mean,
it?
we could just send him scouting, right? He could literally go into any room and tell us exactly what's in it.
Basically, yeah. Though there are limitations, some arcane runes can block the pathways into rooms if you travel to the astral plane. I don't know for certain, but I think there's a limit to how far he can actually travel, but I don't think it counts for this guy because he's got no body anymore.
So that means we could just, if he follows the orders from Joe, then he would just literally just go looking around the castle until he finds him, because nothing would be able to stop him, right?
That all depends on the DM.
That's what my question is.
Well, it kind of depends. Like, I think what they do is, so as the other planes overlap, so if they can move through the other plane to the same position and then plane shift back, they can get there. But on the other plane, there's also stuff. So
yeah, you need to be careful. There's all kinds of creepy crawlies going around on the astral plane, and they can demolish a soul.
Kind of like the Nether in Minecraft.
Yeah, well, basically. Minus the interaction and building things.
Curious as to what Lady Wachter is going to come up with.
I'm also curious as to how
Aren't
long
we
Joe.
all?
I'm also curious to see how long Joe will stand there in front of the thing before he throws in the thing and tries again. Like, at what point will Sucky decide that he's waited long enough and Klutz is now dead or gone to the wrong place?
Well, he knows we are at least in the library.
He doesn't know. He's guessing, isn't he?
No, he knows we jumped through. He was still standing there when we jumped through.
Yeah, but he's had his memory wiped since then, and he's been through battles.
Oh, right.
And the point is that as a player he knows, but as a character he might not necessarily recall.
As a character, he's kind of forgetful, hence him not realizing that Bjorn was also there. Or he just doesn't count Bjorn as a friend.
He doesn't know you well.
He says in an unsalty voice.
Hey, I got my ass kicked. It was.
No, the way I see it is Zucka just doesn't know you yet. Like,
I know.
Like, you just came about in Zuckhead's story, and
Zuckhead's story.
Like, time already, like multiple occasions, been completely separated, so we've had no time.
Right, but I am a bit concerned about Bjorn's usefulness in combat situations, because he does seem to spend a lot of time either looking through things or trying to chat to enemies.
Well, yeah, my charisma is high and I've got no weapons whatsoever since I literally imported this character, and before he got imported into here, his horse ran off or got stolen with all his gear and loot, which included some really powerful weapons, but he's got nothing now. He's got 2 daggers, some ball bearings, throwing knives. That's it. He has his uses as cannon fodder sometimes. He's a very good distraction.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Basically.
I like to press wildflowers. On Wednesdays I go shopping and I've butter scones for tea.
On Wednesdays you go shopping and butter scones for tea.
Walks around in women's clothing. Hangs around some bars.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
So what do you reckon then? Do you reckon the DM will come up with something that Lady Wachter is actually gonna have to say to Seraphim?
My wild guess is Lady Wachter is moving up in the world.
I think Lady Wachter is Strahd.
No. She sounds more like one of those ladies that wants to scheme behind the back of the Lord or Lady of the land to get a better position.
Yeah,
she's an opportunistic bitch, is what she is.
Right?
Yes.
She's going to be a dead one soon.
Yes. Very
Basically,
much
what
so.
we're starting to see unfold here is War of the Roses in Old England. All kinds of lords and ladies vying for a position
We
with
don't
the
talk about
uttermost
that.
lord and lady, poisoning, backstabbing, killing, murdering, all the fun stuff.
That's
We
what I
don't-
do on Kings.
We don't talk about that in this country. That never happened.
Yeah, but that's the fun point. I'm in the Netherlands. I can talk about it.
The War of the Roses never happened.
I think she
I-
might want to be in Strahd's position.
You reckon she
And-
wants to be the next Strahd? Like,
And
Well,
I think doing by putting this audience out there with, putting these bad murderers on trial could be just a way to soothe people into believing all the bullshit come
yeah, but
head of the land, you know what I mean?
I truly believe that it doesn't matter what she happens to get done in the time that she's all this planning and scheming, because when we deal with Strahd in whichever way, there's a good possibility this whole place will shift back, and while they're in this pocket dimension, the person in charge might be in charge, but when it shifts back into the normal plane, the whole dynamic will change again anyway. There's nothing to say that somebody else might come along. Well, because there's only them here at the moment, right? In this pocket.
yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is everything that we're doing right here, right now, is that going to stay the same when we shift back? Or is everything going back to the way it was before we shifted into this parallel dimension?
The law of the land here is set by the people here, right? Whereas
Yes,
when it shifts back, it might not necessarily be where it was, where it left. Do you know what I mean?
basically.
The one thing I'm scared about, or not scared, I'm trying to keep in mind, is that even though Strahd is the most powerful being here, even his powers are granted.
Yes,
And
there's
I think,
a bigger player.
yeah, and I think we may need to focus on that, because I think there are many storylines so far, like the way Strahd is alluding to one of us taking over, the way Lady Wachter is trying to take over. Like, there are many powers that try to take over, and everyone gets corrupted by power or by staying here for a longer time. And I think that's the goal, basically, of the higher being.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Most of you have had that weird dream thing where you got granted and stuff.
Oh yeah.
There was one of you, Seraphim, I think it was, who asked a question about who gave Strahd power, and they got very nervous at that point.
Yeah.
Which could mean that there's another entity above those guys giving you your boons that is actually pulling the strings and is trapping Strahd just as much as everyone else there.
Yes.
But who's to say Strahd's not the one who's keeping everybody in?
Because I don't.
No, we know someone gave him his powers. Like, he made a deal with death, right?
Somebody might have given him his powers, but you can't say that he's trapped here. How do you know that the powers that he was granted gave him the ability to trap everybody here? That this barrier, he's willing, that he wants to do this.
Well, there's a clear answer to that. He himself is being held in as well.
But how do you know he's not willingly being held in?
No. He has told this. We know that he cannot leave.
Yes. That's not what I said. I know he can't leave, but how do you know that he's not willingly decided to take that? Like, maybe he chose that to get whatever it is that he got from this deal.
Oh, well, I'm convinced that's the case. But the point is, if he dies, the higher being might simply give the same powers to someone else, and we start all over.
I'm very interested to know why you're all still here. I posed this question. Why are you all still here? I posed this question to you a few weeks ago, and we never really discussed it. But why are any of you still here? There is no one with a gun to your head telling you have to deal with Strahd. I think we know there's a way out.
Yeah, we've had discussion where we weren't sure if by leaving, we're actually leaving safely, so to say. Like, are we going to be haunted by this presence when we leave? That's the question.
But then I suppose we could say the question still remains: why are we trying to sort the Strahd situation out? Like, it's not just us, is it? And if we decided to, we could just spend the rest of our lives living here.
Well, the point
not
is
having
that
to do any of this, right?
Strahd seems to be having a certain, how do you call it, sinister pleasure, a very sick pleasure in playing with all of you. It's for him, it's a game, nothing more, and he enjoys seeing you lot struggle. Well, me in this case as well, struggle to all hell, and then I don't know what his other plans are. He just enjoys people suffering with his own end goals in mind.
Which is why Zuckhead plans on staying and taking over.
Not going to end well.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say.
Why is Sal's camera look like it was tripping balls a second ago?
It always does.
Did you see that? It went proper like psychedelic.
Yeah, it
got,
does that sometimes.
Has like reds and greens and blues. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't see it.
Happens all the time.
That's weird.
I guess I still don't understand everyone's motivation. Like, I understand that it's